Have you ever seen a picture of Angkor Wat and wondered who built this masterpiece? How could a civilization capable of such grandeur just disappear? Today, we're journeying back in time to unravel the epic story of the Khmer Empire, from its glorious rise to its mysterious decline. Deep in the jungles of Southeast Asia, a powerful civilization was stirring. Before the iconic temples of Angkor, there were precursor states like Funan and Chenla, laying the groundwork. But it was in the year 802 AD that a king named Jayavarman II did something revolutionary. Standing atop the sacred mountain of Panam Kulen, he declared himself Devarashe, or God-seeing, and proclaimed independence from the Javanese. This act marked the official birth of the mighty Khmer Empire. The new capital, Hariharalya, near modern-day Siem Reap, became the heart of this burgeoning empire. But the Khmer were just getting started. Their genius lay in water management. Imagine a vast, intricate network of canals, reservoirs, and massive man-made lakes called barrays. This wasn't just for farming. It was the lifeblood of the empire. This sophisticated irrigation system allowed them to harvest rice multiple times a year, creating immense food surpluses. This wealth fueled a population boom and financed the construction projects that would soon stun the world. With a stable food supply and a unified kingdom, the 9th and 10th centuries saw the Khmer Empire expand its influence across what is now Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, and southern Vietnam. The kings who followed Jayavarman II continued his legacy, each trying to outdo the last with their own temple architectural marvels dedicated to Hindu gods, like Shiva and Vishnu. These weren't just places of worship. They were earthly representations of the mythical Mount Meru, the home of the gods, solidifying the king's divine connection. Then came the Golden Age. In the early 12th century, a king named Suryavarman II ascended to the throne. He was a brilliant military strategist and a devout visionary. He channeled the empire's immense resources into a single, breathtaking project: Angkor Wat. This temple complex, originally dedicated to the god Vishnu, is a stone masterpiece. Its 5 towers mimic the peaks of Mount Meru, and its walls are covered in nearly a kilometer of intricate depicting epic Hindu myths and glorious Khmer battles. It took an estimated 300,000 workers and 35 years to complete. It remains the largest religious monument in the world, a symbol of the Khmer Empire at its absolute zenith. But the peak is often followed by a valley. Shortly after Suryavarman II's reign, the empire faced a crisis. Their eastern neighbors, the Khams, launched a surprise naval attack, sailing up the Tonle Sap Lake and sacking the capital of Angkor in 1177. It was a devastating blow. The city was plundered and burned. It seemed like the end, but from the ashes rose one of the empire's greatest kings, Jayavarman VII. He rallied the Khmer forces, drove out the invaders, and reclaimed the capital. But he didn't just rebuild. Erimakhaned, a devout Buddhist, he ushered in a new era of compassion in public works. He built a new capital city, Angkor Thom, a fortress-like enclosure with the enigmatic Bayon Temple at its center. Those famous stone faces, smiling serenely from the Bayon's towers. Many scholars believe they are a likeness of Jayavarman VII himself, a bodhisattva, watching over his people. Under his rule, the empire saw an unprecedented construction boom. He built over 100 hospitals, rest houses for travelers, and an extensive road network, all for the welfare of his subjects. The empire was larger and more populous than ever before, a testament to his vision of a state built on both power and compassion. He transformed the state religion from Hinduism to Mahayana Buddhism, and this shift was reflected in the art and architecture of the time. So, with such a powerful foundation, incredible infrastructure, and a history of resilience, how did it all crumble? The decline of the Khmer Empire wasn't a single event, but a slow, complex process of perfect storm of factors. First, the environment. The very water management system that was their strength became a vulnerability. Centuries of intensive rice farming and deforestation may have led to soil exhaustion and environmental degradation. Furthermore, paleoclimatologists have found evidence of severe, prolonged droughts in the 14th and 15th centuries, punctuated by intense monsoons. This climatic instability would have crippled their agricultural system, leading to famine and social unrest. The Great Berries, once symbols of abundance, may have run dry. Second, religion and politics played a role. After Jayavarman VII's death, there was a gradual shift away from his compassionate Mahayana Buddhism towards Theravada Buddhism. This new form of Buddhism was less focused on lavish temple building for god-kings and more on individual enlightenment. This ideological shift may have undermined the king's divine authority and the very social structure that compelled the Masust to build and maintain the Masust infrastructure of Angkor. Third, external pressure was mounting. The rising power of Thai kingdoms to the west, particularly Ayutthaya, created a formidable rival. Throughout the 14th and 15th centuries, Ayutthaya launched repeated invasions, culminating in the sack of Angkor in 1431. This wasn't just a military defeat. It was a brain drain. The invaders reportedly carried off thousands of skilled artisans, scholars, and officials, crippling the administrative and creative heart of the Khmer state. Faced with a failing water system, a shifting religious landscape, and relentless military attacks, the Khmer court made a strategic decision. They abandoned the magnificent city of Angkor and moved their capital south, closer to modern-day Phnom Penh. This new location offered better opportunities for maritime trade, a shift away from the land-based agrarian economy of old. And so, the jungle began its slow, silent reclamation of Angkor. Stone temples were choked by strangler figs, and the once bustling city faded into legend, becoming a mythical lost city for centuries, known only to local monks and villagers. It wasn't until the 19th century, when French explorers rediscovered the site, that the world was reminded of the Khmer Empire's breathtaking legacy. Today, Angkor is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, visited by millions who walk in the footsteps of kings. The story of the Khmer Empire is a powerful reminder that even the mightiest civilizations are not permanent. It's a tale of human ingenuity, spiritual devotion, the relentless forces of nature, and the ever-shifting tides of history. What they left behind continues to inspire awe and wonder. A silent stone, testament to a truly golden age. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the stories that shaped our world. See you next time.